So I'm going to be really careful about what I say in this video, but basically it's about fangirling and being part of a fandom in general. And some of you may or may not know that I recently had trouble within a certain fandom recently, and I feel like I need to apologise for that because I don't know why I ever doubted the fandom, to be honest. I feel like I was just being really stupid, so I want to say sorry to everyone who did what they did that day, and thank you as well. A few people can be really, really petty and idiotic, and I let that get to me, when really none of those people matter compared to the amount of people who actually do care. So I'm really sorry for that, and yeah, I promise not to doubt the fandom ever again, because let's be honest, being part of a fandom and being part of a fan base is probably the biggest lifesaver. Yeah, just the biggest lifesaver. I mean, it tends to eradicate all feelings of isolation. I mean, you have a whole community of people literally at your fingertips, whether it's through your phone or through your TV or however you get to Twitter or Tumblr or whatever it is you use to reach your fandom. And it's just a load of people who completely understand and get and share your need to just be mental. I mean, like when you're on the computer and a picture pops up of your idols and you start making inhuman noises and the classical fangirling, flapping your hands and not being able to breathe and half the time ending up screaming, that sort of thing. There are people out there who get that and who do that as well, and it's just brilliant because even though you have friends in real life and like who you know in person and you talk to, you can, but they're not going to get it on the same level that the people who are actually in your fandom do get it, and they just completely get you. Like when you need to do your crazy fangirl ways, like when I broke my foot, when I'm So Manly came out, I literally broke my foot fangirling so hard, and they even understand your need to sometimes just lie on the floor listening to your favourite band and just sobbing purely at their perfection. So yeah, it's great to have people who understand why you cry just by looking at someone. So yeah, that's good. And I know we have arguments within fan bases, but I doubt there's anyone who you haven't had an argument with before. Like, no matter how close you are to someone, you're always going to have arguments with them. Even if you love them to bits, you're going to have arguments with them. I mean, you have arguments with your parents and your family and all of your friends. So I don't know why sometimes people make such a big deal out of arguments within fan bases. I mean, for most of the time, people are able to forgive and forget and just put it behind them and move on, because at the end of the day we all share something that we love, and we have a connection basically. No matter how many times you argue with someone, if you're part of the same fan base, then the two of you have this messed up fangirl bond, and nothing breaks a fangirl bond. Seriously, like nothing. Even if you don't get along, even if you disagree with each other's attitudes and each other's opinions, you're still always going to have that certain amount of like respect and acknowledgement for them, because at the end of the day, there's something that they love as much as you do, and that's something that you share and something that just joins you together. No matter how many times you disagree with each other or whatever. And I think that's brilliant, because you can never really, I don't feel like anyway, you could ever really hate someone who's part of the same fandom as you, who's as dedicated as you are. And also it just makes you feel less like you're a weirdo. Like when you're part of a fan base, when you sit there and think about all the things that fangirls do, and you just think, what is my life? But then you realise that actually there are hundreds of people out there who are just as crazy about them as you are. So that's always a good thing. And you tend to share the same acknowledgement of each other's crazy ways and most of the time social awkwardness and difficulties. So it's good because we all come together as one nerdy family of misfits, basically. That's how I see it, and I bloody love it. So I'm really sorry for ever doubting that, and I never will again. I'm never going to leave the fandom again. So yeah, it's all good. It's cool. If you're part of a fandom, chill, because your life is amazing. I guarantee you that. Your life is amazing if you're part of a fandom. Nothing gets better than being a fangirl and being part of a fandom. So yeah, I just need to get that off my chest. Also, I have a few questions about being a fangirl. Do you have any OTPs? Not really, because I don't know, OTPs, I don't know. I prefer to just keep things at ships, like Stashly, but one OTP that I do have is from Vampire Diaries, Elena and Damon, just forever, even in the books and the TV show, Elena and Damon are just meant to be together, so yeah, cool. And do you fangirl over any TV shows? I do, not as much as what I used to, but there are a few. I fangirled over Ghost Whisperer when it was around. But it was good, but it ended a little bit disappointingly, so I don't really fangirl over it anymore. Vampire Diaries definitely is my biggest fangirl with regards to TV shows. I mean, like, my fangirl life depends solely on The Midnight Beast, but as far as TV shows go, it's always The Vampire Diaries. They're on series 3 at the moment, but I missed a couple of episodes somewhere in between, and then I couldn't get, like, obviously when you miss a few episodes and you don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to wait for the DVDs to come out. So my life feels quite empty without having The Vampire Diaries to watch, but yeah, I fangirl really hard over The Vampire Diaries, and also Misfits. I fangirl over Misfits really, really badly. So yeah, those are the 2 TV shows that I fangirl over the most. So yeah, I just love being a fangirl, and you all should too, because it is, although there are difficult times, there's more good to it than there is bad. There's always more good to it than it is bad. So yeah, I hope everyone stays in a fandom, like a little messed up family. As someone once said about The Midnight Beast, we're a messed up family with 3 very fucked up daddies, and yeah, cool. Bye.